Hello, hello guys. So welcome to today's GFG Potd video. So first we see the question and then understand the solution that what we should have to do. So we have given an array and two integers x and y. We have to find the numbers of subarrays in which the number of occurrences of x is equals to number of occurrences of y. Okay. So let's see the example that we are given that 1 to 1 and x is equal to 2 and y equals to 2. So in this subarray 1 and 2 both have occurrences of 1. So that's why we are counting it as one subarray, and into 1 they also have occurrences of 1. So we are count that 1 as a subarray. So there are total two subarrays we can find out in this example that have the same occurrences or have same frequency. So that's why the answer is 2. And in the below example that they are said that 4 and 6 should have same frequency. So all and they are not present in the complete array. So that's why they have zero frequency, and the number of subarrays all possible, that is our answer, that is 6. Okay, so let's understand the solution completely. I have taken here an example that is given by the GFG also, that we are given an array is to be 1 to 1, and the first element should be 1 and the second element should be 2. So we have to tell them the frequency, that is both of x and y should be equal, and the number of subarrays we have to give them. Okay, so let's modify this example. And what if we write it as 1 2 1, and if we add this like 5 6 7 and 8. Okay, so although there is no effect of these like adding the extra element that are not x and y, but I want to understand you the solution and the intuition behind it. Okay, so what if we are put 1 at the place of x and minus 1 at the place of y and 0 at the place of other elements present, because we have to count the frequency of x and y. And if we put like if we put 1 at the place of x, okay, and minus 1 at the place of y, then it can be possible that we have to only find out then the subarrays that have some to be 0. Okay, so that's become something easy for us, that we can easily understand that solution. So let's do that. That first we have to put 1 here, and then minus 1 at the place of y, 1 at the place of x, 0 here, 0 here, 0 here, and 0 here. Okay, so and if yeah, so this is our now modified array, and then now we have to traverse this array, and we have to keep the sum of all the elements. Okay, so let's say I initialize in some pointer, and that is initially 0, that is initially 0. Okay, so sum is become 1 here, and sum is become 0 here. So we have to also take count of the subarrays that have whatever the sum that we have already like seen. So I used a hash map here. Okay, so I used a hash map here, and in that I initialize that if no one element is present, then MP of 0 should be 1 initially, because if there is no subarray, we have chosen that have the sum of 0, and that count becomes 1. So that's why I taken this. So MP of 0 is 1 initially, and here it become MP of 1 equals to 1 also. Then here MP of 0 is equals to 1 is already present, and if we find that 0 is present or not, so 0 is present, then we add 1 to our answer. Okay, and 0 is counted to this. So now the MP of 0 becomes 2, and we moved here, then the sum becomes 1 again, and the sum is 1 for whole the array, because all the elements are 0. So if you see that one sum is already got added at the very first element, that MP of 1 is 1 initially. Okay, so MP of 1 is 1 initially. Then we again find that the sum is 1. Then we have to add 1 also here. So there is one subarray found here, one subarray is also found here, and for all these we found the subarrays. Okay, and for this the subarray that can be possible is this 1 to 1. Okay, like we can easily understand from here that if we taken the 2 1 or if we taken the 2 1 5 completely, okay, so let's erase this. Yeah, so this is the intuition that we are going to use in this, that we have to first put 1 in the place of x and the minus 1 in the place of y, then we have to put 0 in the place of not x and y, and then we have to count the sum of all the elements, and if the element sum is found earlier, then we have to add that sum and count that subarray as our answer. So this is the intuition that we are going to use. So let's see the code that what we have to do. Yeah, this is the solution. So I maintain some variable as I already said, and if there is no subarray is present, then there is a with a zero sum that can be found. So mp of 0 is initially 1 here. Now we have to modify the array. So if our element is x, then we put 1 that place. If our element is y, then we are putting minus 1, and if it not equal to x and y, then we are putting 0 at that place. Okay, so first sum is 0, then I have to count the sum of all the elements. Okay, so and if that sum is already got finded, then it got added to our mp of sum answer. Like here also, we are adding here the mp of 0 sum, and mp of 0 is 1 here, so 1 is got added to answer here, and here also that 1 is already found, so 1 is added again, and here also mp of 1 is found 2 times, so here we added 2 our answer, and in this place we added 3 to our answer, and so on. Okay, so these number of subarrays that can be found, we are good at adding again and again to our answer, and finally we have written our answer that can be founded. So let's run the code that it is running fine or not. Okay, so it's running fine. Let's submit the code. It should have passed all the test cases. Yeah, it passed all the test cases. So thank you, thank you for seeing the solution.